And here we are with the first ever video recorded Cowhorse Full Contact.
Yeah. Boy, we sure picked a fine specimen.
Well, I got a face for radio.
Hey, if this works, any of them will work. That's what we were thinking.
So, I mean, just like our longtime listener, first-time caller there, Sarah Dawson, longtime exhibitor, first-time open finalist. My man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey.
Overnight success.
Yeah.
Overnight success. New on the scene, Shad Parkinson.
Luckily, I was just too dumb to quit. It's my only attribute right there.
That's outstanding. Oh, my goodness.
What are you, 23, 35,
Yeah, somewhere in there.
57?
Well, somewhere between your age and his age, I think.
That's a gap.
Yeah, I know, and I think I'm right there.
Really?
Yeah,
How old are you?
46.
44. He's 46.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You're,
no, he's
you're
closer
way
to me.
closer to his age than my age. A solid 10, 11-year gap on us.
Well, you look okay.
I know.
He looks way better without
I work
the
to
beard.
keep myself well.
Yeah,
He looks way better without the beard.
I know. I thought maybe you'd have a mustache or something.
No,
That seems to be
he
the
had
new
to.
thing.
Don't
He
wanna
had
cover
the
this
Gabby
up.
Hayes. He looked a little bit like, did you see him with the beard?
No, I don't think I
Dude,
did.
he
It was good for a while, and then it went bad.
Hey,
It went white.
Clay Vollmer said he looked like Bad Santa.
Well, well, that's
So we should
that's
get-
the trick with the beards. Like they're the first thing to go on you, and I
Yeah,
have to have it so I can have a jawline here,
You-
or else I just look like a little old lady. So I'm sticking
No,
with it, even though
defines
it's
you.
very white and everywhere else. But
I need it.
Yeah,
I
I need
needed
it.
to find
I
my
need
jaw.
I'm
Make sure
cursed
my
with-
ears
my-
don't run into my shoulder.
I'm cursed with a family. Like we come from a lot of double chinners, okay? And I just not ready to give into it yet.
I didn't know you were kin to Kenny Wold.
Well, let me tell you about Aunt May. She was a real specimen. Sweet lady. But no chin. I went from her nose down to her Adam's apple.
It's a straight shot.
Well, were we just talking about gender fluidity?
Yeah, it's like a
Right.
garden snake. Got a chin like a garden snake.
Our production team has no idea what they've signed up for. Oh, they have left. Looky there. Here we are.
What
Well,
were we talking about?
Well, this-
He made the finals.
Yeah.
first time finalist, Thunderstruck.
Wow.
Hey, I'm telling you, this horse, unflippin' believable.
Well, I mean, he's been a pleasure. Like I would like to take some credit, but it's pretty much him. I just kind of point
My-
him and he figures it out.
My friend Ascension told me one time about a horse. He said, "This one, she come from God, my friend."
Well, you know, like I figured, I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. I always thought maybe you could out-train people and win, but now I think the talent's finding the talent because it's all about the horses.
Oh,
And if you're blessed enough to be able to find them and then have a way to procure them, I think it helps a lot.
no, that's for sure. That is for sure. Well, yeah, that horse, he is definitely, my goodness, he is in his own league here, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I mean, like I say, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's been a little rough this year. And he is top of the class. I mean, I must say there's half a dozen horses that look.
He's a
pretty
man
fancy.
in with boys.
That's it. That's it.
In a
Yeah.
One of those
basketball
other
court.
men didn't get through the darn hard work.
Yeah.
But he has whooped them in that boxing class.
Well, that's
Oh, my Lord.
unbelievable, isn't it?
Dude, I'm gonna
Unbelievable.
tell you
Like honestly, that's probably the best thing to happen, like for our sport, right there. Because
Oh.
like, have a horse of that caliber, bomb out, and then turn around and do what he's done. Like, it
It's
all gives you goosebumps.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
like,
dude, it's the coolest thing. I
nothing
feel
you could have ever imagined.
I feel bad for whoever wins the Futurity this year because this year is all going to be all about $2 and the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what else happens. That's going to be the news story that
Well,
comes
and
out
it
of
should
there.
be because it's
Yeah.
spectacular.
Yeah.
It's like a movie.
Yeah. That horse is so beautiful.
Yeah.
She's done. I'm up there in the practice pen, and he's like, she's never worked him out of the herd, and she's got to go out of the herd today. So we're just trying to figure out how to practice.
All right. Yeah, Nick said it took
On
him. He said,
3-year-old.
he's like, man, the first time he's like
Yeah.
the coolest thing about it was he said he was so cool because he wasn't very good the first time. And like he said, as they went, it just got to figure
Got
it
better
out.
and better.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just such
Went
a
to
testament
trust
to
in her.
that horsepower.
Well, and it just shows the kindness of them, right? Like if you just give them a chance, like they want to be your friend, they want to help you.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of lose sight of that every now and then. We get so amped on them doing every specific thing we want them to, where sometimes just get out of their way and let them show the way.
Yeah. Yes,
you
sir.
know? And I think that's a big lesson everybody could take away from this.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Well, you've had a pretty good year, though. Got in the million, and you've been
Yeah, I
all the
mean-
way around, man.
I mean, it
then you
took
got a
me
little
15
carried away.
tries. And luckily, it was like my last bullet. And
Well,
got
I was leaning on that, not just the one good horse. You have talent in more than one spot.
Well, yeah. I mean,
The after party, you had a lot of talent there, I hear,
well, I don't.
at the million.
Well, that's
Maybe
what they
over
say.
celebrated that.
Well,
Just
nobody
a
will
tip.
celebrate fourth place like I can. Okay.
I would have. I would have.
You
How
know.
about your father-in-law? I'm calling the show with him. He's like, Shad, you don't get a 225, you're not coming home.
Well, I mean, he's so demanding.
Yes.
I mean, he just like blurts stuff out and expects you to do it. But,
And then you almost did.
well, I mean, you just go give it your shot, and you don't know where you just try to stay next to the cow and see what happens. Especially at that deal, it's so electric in that arena,
my God.
and it's so much fun to show. And like we work a lot of cows in there, and it can be hard. But for some reason, like the last 2 years, them cows cooperate, and I think out of everything, we put on the best show for the crowd, because like everybody gets down the fence, and like it's not just squeaking by, like it's run after run.
This year, yeah, it was good.
And I think that's just a testament to everybody that I think the step to get qualified has helped with everybody showing down the fence too. I
Yeah.
think it's made a big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. No, because I mean that happened to be in the top 5. I mean, we're the only discipline that has 3 chances to get there, but having to be in that top 5.
Oof.
Man, it's hard. Like even when we changed from the top 8 to the top
Yeah.
5, hey, you can tell the difference. Like
Big
it is
time.
way harder to get qualified out of the top 5 than it was the
Oh,
top
like
8.
if it would have been top 6, I'd have been qualified a million times. But there's something about that 5 to 6
We got
that is a real pickle.
Captain
okay?
Almost. Captain Almost.
So
just
for
flew
those
in.
of y'all that don't know, Shad and I are probably the best losers in this industry. Like, and so we take a little bit of offense when people say, "Show us a good loser, and we'll show you a loser." Y'all can kiss our butt, because we're not losers, but we are pretty
But
good,
we're
at,
good
it
at it.
when we do it. But we get a lot of practice. But we all get a lot of practice, and there's just not any sense in,
Well, listen, there can only be one winner, so there's a lot of losers. So you just got to learn. Life's about
Have some
perspective,
style.
right? Like,
Yeah.
if you go in there thinking you're going to be the winner every time, you're going to be disappointed a lot.
most of the time.
But if you go in there and be like, I'm going to do, especially what we do, we work these cows and rain work, and I mean, there's a million different outcomes that can
Yeah.
happen because they can trip, stumble. I mean, you don't control anything. So when you go in there and you do the best you can with the situation you're put in, that's a victory, right? It doesn't matter where you necessarily end up. And I think that's what everybody loses sight. Now they might look at you and say, well, I don't know, you just seem like a happy loser, but I felt like a winner because what more could I have done?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Our
Right.
job is to go beat the cow.
Yeah,
we
I
go
mean,
beat the pattern. We go beat the cow.
Let them score it.
And
That's it.
here's the
Let them
thing,
decide.
like, I can't play defense, right? I have no control over what you or you do. So when I can't control that outcome, who am I really competing against? I'm competing, trying to be the best version of myself I can be, right? So if you go in there with that aspect of it, instead of worrying about winning or losing, it's just amazing how all of a sudden the runs start coming together and the success starts to follow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're darn right. You said something to me when I got to come to your house. We worked some horses there after the Derby. It was so fun. But we were talking, and you have a real interesting perspective that really helped me about kind of your thought on those horses and kind of what our jobs are here overall. And I'd
Yeah.
love for you to share that with
He
Russell.
can't remember it.
Oh, he knows.
Well, so I think what you're talking about is, you know, it's hard to like phrase it, but our job, every horse. Okay, the way I'm gonna say it's gonna sound a little corny, but I look at them like they're guardian angels, right? Like they're sent back here for a purpose for one person. Okay, you look at like what's going on with Thule and that horse, like that's a prime example,
special
right?
deal,
Like
yeah.
something was sent here for those two to intertwine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, like what we do is showing them that's just set up to justify the cost of the horse. Okay, because you have to have a reason. But our real job is to have that horse ready for when they meet their person, right? Or whatever their calling is. And I told Chris about this. Like, we have this mare named Sugar Frosted Cat, okay? She's an older mare now, but her story is it was Aaron Tormino's first horse she trained. I got to show at the Snaffle bit. I mean, I think she talked about her when she did your guys' broadcast.
Right.
And then she went on and she sold her, and she come back, and I ended up buying her for somebody to box on, and she boxed for this gal real good. And then she wanted to start going down the fence, so we bred her. And then my dad started wanting to box, right? And that mare had a baby, and I go, well, I know where there's a perfect horse you can go show. I go, we just have to wean the baby off, so we get her. Wean the baby. He starts boxing on her, and you know, like lets him live out his dream of being a cowboy. And now, with my father passing, my mom's been riding him and showing her, because you know she's really good in the ranch riding and stuff. So she packs her around very safe. So you look at that horse right there, and you know, like the way we have it, we pull up the stats on it, right? Like it shows she's a world champion in ranch riding and won X amount of dollars and has X amount of points. But what did that horse really do? Right? That's not what she did. What she did was give this young trainer the confidence to be like, you know what, you can do this. And then she goes on to like my dad was always in horses and did the halter, but he never had time to learn to ride. So he got to live out his dream of being a cowboy. And then now it moves on to my mom and lets her heal the wounds of losing that loved one, right? And for myself, she let me go and win the world in the ranch riding, which as a kid, you know, the quarter horse was a big deal. So she let me live out my dream. But what the greatest gift she gave to me was, you know, not many sons get to be friends with their fathers. And with my dad riding like that later on, that's the gift she gave me. And that's something I'll always be indebted to her for.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
a cool story.
It's not about the winning and losing is so overrated, and thinking that you're going to sift through and find the good ones and the other ones go away. It's like you said, you think about all the lives they touch after this if you just make them better.
Well, you know, you look at like what they do, like with kids, and
Raj, we good? Okay.
you know, like they teach all these children responsibility and
Yeah.
respect, and they teach these children how to be winners and losers and do it both gracefully, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you like they move on, and like I have a barn full of ladies that children have moved on, so they fill that void for them, right? And it's just a remarkable thing when you sit back and look at what they do for everybody. And then, you know, you show them and you don't have the run you want and you want to get mad at them. I mean, why?
Yeah.
That, you know, so that's what I always go back to, and that's probably why I'm a better loser than most.
Well, if you're doing a good job of making horses, you're not a loser. And I found, and especially when I was younger, there was a lot of horses I didn't win on, but they were broke, and they're so easy to sell.
Yeah.
And that, I got as much gratitude out of that and seeing those people go and have a good time with them as anything. And it makes you conscious of, hey, your job is to get this horse to be the best that it can be, not the best one at the horse show. And
Yeah.
if it's the best it can be and it winds up winning at the horse show, cool. But as long as it's the best it can be, we're good enough.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I mean, everybody wants to win, but the victory's in life. It's not in those prizes, right? And as long as you keep that in perspective, it makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah, you're darn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I think when you told me that, it was just like, dadgum, it just hit home so hard because, I mean, like I try to have a real good perspective about it all too, but it had never really occurred to me just, how to look into that so much as far as how many lives they touch. And it just, now I look back and I remember seeing a couple, like two of the first ones I showed when I worked for Todd. I come back here to the Youth World one year and these two horses, this is years later, and they're showing at the Youth World. And I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, even when I was a kid, like when my very first trainer I got, it's the one I learned on, and she just happened to work a cow, so that's kind of how I started getting into the cow horse. But I learned how to do it, and I made a lot of mistakes, like a lot. And by the time I was done, I won the Youth World Honor in the reining and the cow horse. And you think about, like, you just don't see that anymore, like those horses that go down that path and let you make all those mistakes. But when you do it right, like, they show you it's the right way too. And I think that's what helped me a lot, learn how to show. And I was lucky to do it as a kid, so it makes it easier. Like when I started training horses, I could show them. I just had to figure out how to train them.
Right.
And that's, now you see a lot of these kids come up, well, they don't know how to show them, or they don't know how to train them. So, like, you have to have one skill set or the other. You can figure one out, but, you think back to all those runs you make and all the mistakes, and I was blessed to have the opportunity to make those mistakes, because without them, you wouldn't be where you are today.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's what Harold Farron told me. If you're going to screw up 1,000 of them before you have any business to calling yourself a horse trainer.
Yeah, and the hard part's just getting the opportunity to screw up.
Yeah. No, that's facts.
When did you start training?
It was like 2000. I went to work for John Slack, and it was like 2000, I think.
So overnight success, basically.
Yeah,
25 years.
Just a minute.
25 years.
Did you have Petey when you went to work for John, or did you get him
Well,
after
honestly, Petey was John's dog,
Oh,
and then
really?
he went to rehab, so I got stuck with Petey. And he came back from rehab. I was like, you can't have Petey back.
Yeah, Petey Parkinson. I met. Well, I had met you one time before, but I think when we really kind of met and started hanging out, it was Petey Parkinson.
Yeah.
It was a little
That was
wire-haired Jack
that
Russell.
was the best dog ever.
Pretty cool dog.
Yeah.
He'd dig out of them stalls in Scottsdale.
Yeah. He also killed a cat at the Arab Youth Nationals. And I walk out, and there's this group of girls crying, and my dog got this cat shaking it. So I pull him off the cat, and he's rabid, and I pick up the cat, and he goes like, "Is it dead?" I go, "No, it's just unconscious." And I went and laid it in the bushes. And so the rest of the time, I was the quarter horse guy with the cat killing dogs.
I hope my man Gabby doesn't listen to this. He loves cats.
Yeah, I know. They pack them around.
And they will pack them around the horse
to
show.
the
He's
show.
the only guy I've ever seen bring a cat to the horse show, except for these people at the Arab show, apparently.
Well, no,
I
these were
think the
wild
cat-
cats.
Oh,
there
like
was
they
a
were
cat
feral
that was,
cats.
it was just
Nah,
on his-
no, it wasn't somebody's pet.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was a...
Okay, yeah, Gabby's cat wears a T-shirt.
Yeah, no, this one didn't have a T-shirt.
Where is it going? See, that's what you get with the Europeans. Let them come in and influence. Cats are wearing T-shirts, for God's sake. Give me a break.
His name's Simba. We had a ceremony
what?
for his name is Simba. We had a ceremony for him at the Wild Rag, and Julia held him up at the back gate. and
I saw it. I was there.
Carolyn took a video while
Really?
Darren played the.
So he's just encouraging.
Savannah.
He's encouraging
Yeah.
insanity.
That's what I do.
Well, you know what they say.
No.
You can't have a dog get a cat. Oh, turn your phone
Oh,
off.
amateur. Come
that's
on.
my mom. Well, I was in case we need to take a call.
Wait, in case we have another first-time caller.
Another first-time caller. We should take it. We'll see what Mom says. Hello, long-time listener, first-time caller. You are on the show, Cowhorse Full Contact.
Are you working on one right now?
Yes, we are visiting with Shad Parkinson.
She
at
seems
the
to be
sports
from
desk
the
here
South.
In, Water Arena, at Snaffle Futurity, talking to first-time finalist Shad Parkinson.
That is awesome. That's one of my favorites.
Oh,
Look at that.
No, he's sitting right next to me. Be careful.
Okay, there you go. I just want to know if Zach made it back.
There was nothing to make it back to, and no, it was a very disappointing day. Thanks for bringing that up on air.
They don't have a finals?
No, it was a one go. Thanks for coming, Arrivederci.
Oh, damn. I thought it looked
Hey, no cussing on the show. No cursing on the show, mother. We're crying out loud. It's a family show.
It's a family show. Okay, I'll let you get to it.
The
Okay.
matriarch is here.
Hey, love you.
Love you. Talk to you later.
Bye. Some people's parents. My goodness.
I don't know. Seems like a real sweet lady.
She does love you, though.
I know.
She
You're a
always
crowd
brings up
favorite.
of your Appaloosa heritage.
Well, yeah, that's where I did start.
Me too. Appaloosa.
You did.
Oh yeah.
The whole Appaloosa desk.
Yeah.
You probably did
Second.
that native costume, didn't you?
I was first in steer daubing, nation champion.
Oh. I actually have a buckle that my dad won in the 70s steer daubing at an Appaloosa show. I wear it quite often.
That thing could run. Stopping not as good.
Well,
You don't
need
really have to
stop
stop, you
in
just
the
have to
daub.
raise your dauber.
That was the beauty.
Just raise your
That was the
dauber.
beauty
Or
of
what about
that
the rope
event.
race?
Well, hey, now that's. We should start. We should have us a rope race. We should get
I
turnback
don't remember
horses.
the rope
So
race.
it's like musical chairs, but they would hang like
So great.
6 ropes in the middle and bring in 7 people, and you had to run as fast as you could and get a hold of a rope. And the last person out was out.
Then you
They
did it
take
again.
a rope down and do it again.
Oh,
So fun. But you got to stop. Like, it's not run by, grab the rope, and the rope comes off.
No,
do have to
gotta
come
end
to a
up
stop.
holding it. So there's a lot of collisions that are involved.
Oh,
It's pretty
wow.
fantastic. I mean, yeah, it used to get really rough. It's like a lot of things in life. It's
Weaker.
everything's toned down
It's
now.
weaker. You can use the word weak.
But he's scared of offending someone.
And it goes away at an age that you're not at.
Yeah, that's the world we're in now. It's like tiptoeing.
All right. So we should probably
Really?
just back up and hit the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
We have-
So you trained first, or you showed first.
Yeah.
Why'd you decide to train?
Well, so my dad told me I should probably go to college and get a job and do the horses as a hobby. So I
What
went
a
s-
dummy.
Well, I went a semester, and I realized I probably wasn't going to get that job that could afford the horses. Okay. So
My
then it comes to
my
the
skills
wait,
will
it
not.
comes to this perspective thing, and I'm like, even if I was lucky enough to get a job that I could afford it, I would just be spending all that money on horses. So why don't I just do the horses? Because I'm going to come out the same way.
Because I'm going to be broke anyways.
Yeah.
And I'll be spending someone else's money that I didn't have to work for.
Yeah,
Instead
so-
of working for it and then letting someone spend my money.
Exactly.
Brilliant, Shad. You've always been ahead of the game.
I thought it was revolutionary.
Yeah.
at
Always
the
keep
time.
your chin up.
both of them.
Yeah. It's just 1.5 right now.
I'm one to talk.
But yeah, so I, as a kid, I did like we talked about. I started off in the Appaloosas, and then I got a quarter horse, and I did all the all-around stuff. I mean, like trail, western riding, pleasure, horsemanship, English, you name it, we did it.
Right, late 80s, early 90s, right? And be a time frame.
Probably 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, late 80s was probably Appaloosas and walk trot and
Right.
lead line and all that stuff. And then I was in Kalispell, Montana at a horse show, and I saw the reining. And I wanted to do that reining real bad. But my mom told me, she goes, you're going to have to get really good at the other stuff before you can get a reiner. So that's probably when I got serious about it. And so I got pretty good at the horsemanship and all of it. And so what year would have been 93, 94. somewhere in there is when I got a reiner. And like I said, Morgan Libert had lived up in Canada, so I bought my first quarter horse all-around horse bought from him, and then he moved to Texas, so that was kind of our only person we knew, and he was working for Babcock, so I went down and I bought a Freckles Playboy mare named Playgirl Clay, and started doing the reining, and she worked the cow too, so I started doing the cow horse, and then we bought a little peppy mare, and that's the one. She was a lot of horse, and I think that's where I really learned how to show, because she was a lot of animal, but you know, she was very good, and if you're willing to sit through some crazy stuff, you could win a lot. And so I rode with Morgan for a couple years there, and then I went to Todd Crawford and rode with him.
Well, Morgan and Todd, they have a very similar style.
Yeah, it was
very similar teaching style.
Yeah, real eye-opener. But Todd was great, but he didn't get along with the little peppy mare. Okay, so he pawned that off on Murphy, and that's how I ended up riding with Murphy a little bit. So I had one there and the other one up there, and finished out my youth deal. And I ended up winning the world on that Playboy mare, the reining and the cow horse. And then I won the cow horse on the little peppy mare my last year. And after that, that's kind of where I was out of youth. I did 1 year of the amateur, and then I went to work and started trying to figure out how to train these things.
So your first job was with John?
Yeah.
And when you say Murphy, that's Don Murphy.
Yeah.
For our listeners, like so many.
Yeah.
He's touched so many
Just
lives.
that one
Yeah.
listener out there.
Yeah, well, for our moms.
But yeah, so. And so I worked for John, and Corey worked for John at the same time. Corey Cushing, so we get the names out. And
That's Cushing's plural, correct?
I think it's just a Cushing.
Oh, is it singular now? Okay, I don't
know.
It goes
What do you
back
mean
and forth.
now?
It goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
There's
Ings.
the debate on it.
Yeah, there's a debate. Ask Cody Porterfield.
Huh. The
Yeah.
St. Bernard.
Yeah, and so John, I mean, was an unbelievable talent. Like,
Insane.
he never, like, on a horse was just unbelievable. But he had his demons, you know, like, had the drug problem. And so he went to rehab and came back, and
You took his dog.
I took the dog, but we kept going. Then he relapsed and went to rehab again. And the second time when he came back, that's when he came out of the closet as gay, and so it was a big switch right there, right? Like, everything kind of started coming to a halt. Like, you know, we went from, I don't know how many horses. There was a lot, 75.
'Cause this was Equine Enterprise was done when you.
Yeah, no, Todd had
switched,
already
right?
left. Yeah. And everyone kind of hit the road there, and I'm like, I had a 3-year-old at the time, and I'm like, well, I'll just stay here. And so John was out and going to his AA meetings and stuff like that, and I was still working for him, but you know, like, he was in for the pain pills and stuff like that, but he came out and started drinking and going out and all that, and so that slowly started to snowball out of control. And so like I said, I had that 3-year-old, and I wanted to go the reign of Futurity, so I made it till September, and I quit because I couldn't really take it anymore. And I went on, took that horse to the reign of Futurity. I was going to try to figure out what to do with my life after that. Well, I go show. I ended up reserve in the limited, and then I ended up reserve in intermediate. And I missed making the open finals by like a point or half a point or something, just because I didn't really know how fast you had to go the first go around. And so luckily that little bit of a showing, when I got back, I got some horses, and that's kind of what started me off.
Mm.
And without that, I don't know what I
So
would
where
have
were
done.
you training out of?
So I was at the same place we were at. That was called
Just
Loma
renting
Vista.
stalls.
Yeah. So I got them couple horses, and
That's Sharon's place, right?
yeah. And you know, at the time, my dad had some mares, and like who had mist and smoke, and that's that colt I showed. I was who he was out of, And so that was '01, and we bred her to Reggae Coyote, and she had this colt, and we named him Persuasion. And I think it was '04, he was a 3-year-old, and I go back to the Reign of Futurity, and I make all the finals, and I end up reserve in the intermediate again, and 9th in the open. And then that's the one horse that kind of really kicked me. And then, you know, he was really good in the Cowhorse. Like, I showed him next year at all the major events and did quite well. He couldn't cut very good, but he'd rein and go down the fence. And, you know, he ended up winning probably a couple $100,000 before he was done. And that's the one that kind of got me really going. And then, so everything was going good, and then it was kind of like that '08 when the economy crashed, right?
Yeah.
And everything come sucking back down. So that's when I'm like, well, we got to come up with a new game plan here and figure out and how to survive all this. And that's when my wife Mackenzie, she says, well, you just have to say yes to everything this year. And so, like, I never really did the non-pro stuff until then, but time somebody'd call for a lesson, I'd go, okay. And that kind of opened the door for the next chapter, was helping a lot of those non-pros. And, you know, it's a thing a lot of people don't want to do, but sometimes you have to. And I always enjoyed it. You know, it's kind of like we were talking earlier, like, I look at it like there's a lot of people that can do it at a high level, but there's very few that can articulate it. So if you can learn that skill set, I think you can always be in business, right? And to this day, anybody asks me what's the most important thing I can learn, I go, learn to give a lesson. Because if you can do that, like, you can always do something.
Yeah, there's always a place.
Yeah,
there's
and
always a place for that.
It's a
There's people
skill
making
that
livings all over the country.
It's a skill that not many people have. I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, it's not easy, but you have to learn. It doesn't matter how silly it seems to you, but if they can figure it out, they're hooked, right? And I think that's the problem. Everybody overcomplicates everything instead of just figuring out how to teach them one thing. And so I started building up all these non-pros, and that's kind of what led us here today. So I got a really good group of non-pros, and they'll go to all the shows. Well, then they're like, well, if we're going to be there, we might as well get an open horse to watch show, and that's kind of how I...
So, but early on, Chad, you were showing most of the AQHA and reining?
I did AQHA, and, well, we did both, right? Like, back then, like Persuasion, I showed him at the Snaffle bit, and I took him to the Reign of Futurity. And I can't remember what year it was. Those reiners changed the rules where they had to be paid up as a baby.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So now, like, old Thunderstruck, I would take him to the Reign of Futurity,
Sure.
but you can't.
Right.
Because
I mean,
it's
it's
not even paid
10,000
up.
for the
Yeah.
opportunity to enter. It's not even 10,000 to enter. It's 10,000
So
you can enter.
when they did that, it kind of divided. Like, you had to choose.
Yeah.
Like, either you had to be a reiner or a cow horse.
I know 2012. I showed one in 2012 in both. That was the last one I remember. That I showed.
Well, I showed one about then too, but he was eligible because he was
Right.
like a chick. Like, it wasn't. It was
Right.
before that they did that.
Okay.
And so, you know, when it kind of made that divide, I've been at the Reign of Futurity. I've been reserved 3 times by a half point. Like, once in the limited, twice in the intermediate. And I think if it goes a half point the other direction, I'd probably be a reiner today.
I was
right?
going to ask that.
And
Yeah.
at the time, you look, you know, it's
Thank
just,
goodness for half points.
well, it's just devastating, but it was one of the greatest gifts ever because I don't think I could have done it. Like,
I mean, you are wearing a ball cap.
well, I am doing that, but
But it does
to
have a
do-
chicken on it.
no,
no,
it's a
fish.
guy riding a fish. Come on, it's a cowboy in my hat.
Oh,
It's a cowboy. We might have to get a zoom in on this. It is a cowboy riding a fish.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty cool.
Outstanding.
how did you come up with that?
I
Praj, can we
found-
zoom in on the
I
hat?
found it
Is that a
at the
possibility?
fishing store.
At a
Yeah, how do I
yard
turn my
sale?
head? Which camera
Hey,
is it?
I think straight ahead.
No, that
There
one.
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Tipper, there you go. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a cowboy riding a bucking bass, baby.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. That hat's about to jump off the shelves. This is like Shark Tank. I don't know who made that hat, but they better brace themselves.
Yeah. Luckily,
'Cause
we
I
got
mean-
someone to here at the desk here. 1995.
Hey,
First 11 callers.
What I want to know about is, are the Shad holding a chicken shirts still in
Yeah,
production?
How did it even come about?
Well, so Kimes was starting off, and it was like their first photo shoot, and they couldn't really afford models. So I got hired. And actually,
Find a neighbor.
they did have a couple models hired, but most of it was just us. And
Russell, we're going to have you put your hat down just a little. We're getting a little glare.
And it comes time, like, they come out with this chicken, and they wanted one of the models to hold it, and they're like, I'm like, well, give me the stupid chicken. So I take the chicken and do the picture. It turns out to be, they put it on a shirt.
God, can we I wonder if there's... This has got to
Why wouldn't they hold the chicken?
I don't know.
Oh, they were girl models. You're the only male model.
Well, I mean, paid, yes, girl models.
Oh, the free guy will do it.
Yeah.
Give it to Mikey.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I'm kind of a big deal in the modeling world. I was the face of
Did your
clothing
wages
brand for
reflect
quite a
it?
while.
Yeah. Did your paycheck reflect your deal?
Well, it doesn't pay as good as broadcasting, because when I did the commentary for the stakes, they gave me like $200, so I'm way ahead there.
That, of course, was all audio,
Yes.
no video.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm also the.
Well, that's more than you got this time. Podcasting's less.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it.
There's very interesting things that come up. The things that come up are quite interesting. But
So, how long before you went straight Cowhorse?
I mean, it was probably,
you're still doing ranch riders, aren't you?
well,
You're
I'm
giving
not
that up.
No, not really. I mean, I'll do it.
You're not
but
straight yet.
No. I mean, I'll do it, but not for fun. I don't know when it was, honestly.
You do what, but not for fun?
Red riding.
Oh.
Not arguing about what we are, just how much we cost.
I mean, it's probably been 10, 15 years.
Straight Cowhorse.
Yeah.
Was the reining easier?
Yeah, by far.
So you
'Cause
chose to
you-
walk away from that.
Well,
The easy money.
yeah, I mean, it's at the time, the Rainers were worth a lot more,
Yeah.
and
that's what
it was a better business model, honestly. But I'm a sucker, and I like the challenge of the Cowhorse, right?
Mhm.
And that's like, success doesn't come as easy as it did for me in the reining, and I think that's what drew me to it, right? Like, I like the challenge of trying to figure it out versus being able to do it. If that makes sense.
It's been a long time since we've said it, Russell, but it sounds like he's addicted to poverty.
Yes, he is. He's addicted
Well,
to
now you say that,
I'm
but
thinking he's more like an abused woman that likes the challenge of trying to turn that man around.
Well, but
he's just got, like, there's
like
this
you're-
rich guy she could marry
He's
that's
a
easy to
fixer.
get along
He's a
with.
fixer.
it goes
But
back
he's
to
a
that.
fisher.
It goes back to that perspective thing we've been talking about, right? Okay, so technically, yeah, we are poor, okay? But then I sit here and I watch how much money everybody spends to have a moment of my lifestyle.
Right.
So who's really the wealthy one?
Yeah. We're way ahead.
Yeah.
They're trying to buy what we live.
Yes, and so
We should just be
at
happy
the end of
we're
the
getting
day,
to live it.
I mean, if you're thinking money is what makes you wealthy, then yeah, you're not very good. But does that really make you wealthy? What's your
I don't know.
definition
I've
of
just
wealth?
seen the one side. I haven't tried the money side. I've just seen this side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it does.
But I'm pretty
I
sure
mean, I
we,
feel
none of
good
us
here.
would change. Like if we won the lottery tomorrow, I don't think that changes our life and what we do.
I'd
I
try
would
it
have
for a
more.
minute.
I would have more.
Well, you'd be out of
Of this.
control.
He would, yeah.
You'd show up with a semi of horses. And,
Semi horses, and you buy more cows and
I
more
might
land.
not.
and
I might.
you
You,
would
know
be- you would
what?
just-
I might just change.
The worst thing that would happen to you if you won the lottery is you would indebt you. If you won $2 million, you would indebt yourself $4 million.
I look at that like a down payment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's what you're worth is a down payment. That's just getting you to the next thing. That's how you can't grow if you just buy straight, just pay it off. You got to buy something.
Well, you're a
that's worth
gambler.
more.
I like that about you.
It doesn't always work out.
No, it doesn't. But sometimes it does.
But, oh my
Sure
God!
fun
And
when it
did you
does.
go for that again and again and again?
It's like that hole in one in that golf. Keep it
Oh
going.
my God! I hit one of those again because I don't golf, and I did against golfers, and it freaks. If you beat a golfer one stroke, you've blown their mind up. They're so intense about that game. You beat them one stroke, and they can't golf the rest of the day. If you hole in one them, they're just
done.
You own them. They're just hitting into the grass, and they're out there mad and stuff.
I don't know if I
That's
believe
the
you got a hole
craziest-
in one.
I did.
At the
Putt-putt?
putt?
No, but it was a short. It wasn't very far to it, but they were calling a bet, and I swing, and they kind of make the bet, and I say yes, and the hole in one goes in. They're like, "Yeah, that wasn't before the bet on this hole." That made me mad, undoubtedly. But I had beat them, so I used it against them, and they just hit off the course the rest of the time, and it was family,
Oh,
so they're
that
fairly
explains it.
hard-headed.
Makes more sense now.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Just
love
got
it.
to beat them at their own game, one stroke.
One stroke. That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's like that in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. One stroke, half a point here.
Half a point there. I hate the half point.
I
You know,
we
I
should go
used
to
to. I
quarters.
actually don't. People say they whine about the half point. I'm like, dude, you can throw the fit and make it look good, but really in my head, I'm like, all I need's a half, versus 10 points, and I'm like, all I need is a new horse, new lifestyle. I need to do something else.
Maybe a
I'm
new
never
game.
gonna make a new game. This hat stinks. I need to get a hat with a fish on it that I'm riding or something.
Hey, it looks fabulous. You got to admit.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. Where do you
you've
get
got a
that hat?
gift.
Well, so we went up to
Yard
Katie
sale.
Fox's wedding in
Right.
Montana, and we're in Missoula where I grew up, and was walking around downtown and walked into
There
a
it
store.
was.
There it was.
It fits you.
Like a light was on it, and it was just
Here's the
breathtaking.
thing.
I had
Well,
to
it's
have it.
adjustable. Of course, it fits him.
Touche. I don't know. I don't know if it would fit Boyd. I don't know if it would go small enough for Boyd.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
But that is.
I think Boyd might be the only one with a smaller head than me, because I do have a small head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice though.
Chris does not have a small head.
No. Fills up this J.W. Brooks hat.
Yeah, like a bowling ball.
Fills it up so much it's coming out the holes on the side. Some are felt, some are
So
not.
where were we? We were talking about when you were a rainer, changing leads, and the.
Well, I was a rainer one year. My first reining show I ever went to was the reining Futurity, and they did not appreciate my speed whatsoever.
The speed bonus was not in effect.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I took top sales rainmaker and thought, Bricker's like, hey, you're good on that horse. Well, I'll put a bridle on him after the Futurity.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay. Going that limited stuff, he says, it'll be good. I sent him a little hard.
What? Your throttle stuck?
Yeah.
Surely not.
I heard the stories about Bill Horn and tried to go just a little bit faster than that.
Right-handed? Maybe you should have put your reins in your right hand.
I didn't. I used both.
BH showed right-handed.
I was using both.
Do you have a cigarette?
No, I don't have any vices.
No, that's your problem. You gotta have a cigarette if you're gonna rain.
Well, if you'd have
Especially
told
back-
me that before
especially
that
back
show,
then, 'cause
I
of-
might have
man.
changed professions too.
I was thinking about that. There's a guy riding around smoking a cigarette, like outside. I'm like, goodness, that's a lot of smoke around here.
Yeah, it smells
I'm
like the
thinking-
rain in Futurity.
I'm thinking, and there was a time we would be sitting
We
in the
lived
Oklahoma
and
City
smoked
Coliseum
all the time.
smoking in the Coliseum, maybe 50 people smoking cigarettes in the Coliseum while
Which
working
is
horses.
that's kind of the hilarious thing about Europe. You go over there and they have all the best food. They've had their water is all purified. They won't eat McDonald's. I mean, they're against anything unhealthy for your body, and they smoke like trains.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
They have to do something to limit the population.
Well, they're failing.
Not after COVID. They took a pretty good hit there, I think.
Yeah, well, they got to lock them borders down then because it's excelling.
We have a fake cow hooking people back here.
The robo-cow.
Real cow is on the hook. I don't know who's running that. Hey, watch him. Watch him. The one and only Nick Dowers down there
Chris
herding
has a
his
real
cow out.
So we're using it for our soldier clinic,
Yeah.
and they get a little close and be telling them to stay back, so they wouldn't. So he'd run it at him and then back that horse up. So then he does it with Ben Toman on Manny,
Manny the
the
Morgan.
Morgan horse, and Manny
Took a little offense to that maneuver,
took
didn't
a
he?
little fits and attacked the cow, and Chris was
Struck
like,
it.
"Whoa!"
About knocked the horn off my real cow. I mean,
Manny, well, pow.
There went 7,500.
said, hey, Ben, maybe kick
Let's see
him.
who backs up now.
Yeah, Manny's got about as much backup in him as Ben Toman does.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was double.
Oh,
So-
but that's been quite the rage at this horse show. Them rascals have been everywhere. You got to be careful.
Yeah, like you almost feel like you need one.
All right, well, there's one in every arena just about. I mean, anywhere you go, there's one running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real tricky because they talk.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah. So, got to be real careful.
So one can run the other.
Oh, yeah.
On
Yeah,
accident.
yeah.
It's like when the neighbor was working the flag and yours would take off.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was working mine out by the Dickies, and I'm a little bit afraid that all the traffic out there was affected.
Setting it off.
Because when I had a flag back in the day, and when school would let out, smartphones had just come out. So after school, my flag would go crazy. You have to turn the flag off in the afternoon. It usually just stays on.
Huh.
But from 3:30 to 4:30, your flag would go to going nuts. But I lived right on the highway.
Oh, we darned.
Yeah, strange deal. Watch some radio waves. Someone's listening.
They're always listening. Except on this show. Pretty much say anything you want. No one's going to hear it. Except your mom if you call her. Or
Yeah.
his mom.
His
'cause
mom, if she calls
called.
in.
Yeah. And we don't have to edit her. Dear Lord.
Some people's parents.
Some people's parents. Speaking of parents, you're living at your father-in-law's.
Yeah. Well, he sold it.
Did you go with the deal, or
No,
did he sell you with it, or did
No, no.
Is that considered trafficking if your father-in-law
Yeah.
sells you?
No, no. He sold. I was still over at Bella Vista, and he down the road, and the lady come in and bought it, and then he arranged to stay there and manage it for a little bit, and then she's a wonderful lady. She ended up putting up another barn because she has a all-around trainer there, and asked me to come over, and it was perfect timing. So we kept 5 acres when he sold off the whole ranch, and we built the house
Oh.
on 2.5, so it's right there, and so it's been really very.
It's a neat place. I got we went over there and hung out, and it's this whole commune like joins Kimes Ranch,
Yeah.
and it's all like
It's like a reservation.
Pretty much.
kind of is,
Yeah.
kind of is. There's the critters and children and jeans and
Yeah, there's all
grandpas
sorts of stuff.
and in-laws,
Chickens.
And,
Oh, there's a lot
chickens.
of chickens.
There's, I mean,
guinea hens, ducks.
Oh,
you
Lord,
name
the
it.
guinea hens.
Mark is Amanda's dad. He's into these
Longhorns.
guinea hens and these ducks, and every day they would come. Luckily, they've kind of died off, but they would come wander over there, and then all of a sudden you'd be riding around, and it would pop up on the fence, and your horse would take off.
Oh, McDonald's farm.
Yeah. But it's
No
something.
wonder you weren't afraid to hold the chicken.
No.
It's just another one.
But
I wonder
yeah,
if you'd be more famous if you had held a guinea hen.
probably not.
Probably be hard to be more famous.
I mean, I guess it matter which continent.
I gotta find a picture of this shirt.
Of what? The shirt?
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to check the dark web.
I don't know how to do that.
So you were doing pretty good trained in the Rainers, Chad, and had the success there. When you switched to the Cowhorse, was there a lull before it got stable, or was it pretty decent, or was it just that, you know, when you're young, you don't need as much?
I mean,
How many horses did you keep, probably? Is there even a better question?
I know I've always been pretty lucky in that aspect. You know, like with my background, there's a lot of stuff I can do. So, you know, like I could ride a pleasure horse or anything. So I was always able to keep numbers there. So that was never a problem.
So what was your number?
You know, it'd always be 20 to
20 to 30?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of an art form that's I think kind of escaped us now, is everybody's so specialized that if something goes bad again, like
Yeah, they're out.
yeah, you're in trouble.
Can't move
Yeah,
to another event.
because like if you can do a lot of events, like I can have 4 or 5 ranch riders, I could have 4 or 5 reiners, I could 4 or 5 pleasure, whatever it is, like I could navigate my way through, right?
Yeah,
And there's not many people that can do that now.
yeah.
You're still looking over there.
I'm so sad that I can't find this, but there is a heck of a model picture here that I gotta show Russell anyway. Even if there's not a chicken, it reminds me of the chicken picture. There's just not a chicken.
Hey, it kind of looks like he has a chin.
Like
It's
he
the
just
beard. It's the beard in the shadows, but there is
Well, you
no
know,
gray in
you know
it.
how that picture come about right there.
No, I don't.
They had real models that year, and they were doing something on a picnic. Like, I don't know what they were doing, but I was the horse holder, so I was just standing
And
over
there
there
you are
holding
holding
the
the
horse.
horses.
But I've learned how to I know what a good picture looks like, so I'll stage myself, and then that photography will be clicking. I'll see her look over, and all of a sudden she just brings it and starts clicking me. And that's how most of my pictures went. So they gave me credit not as a model, as an out-of-the-box feature rider was actually my credit.
I wonder if you can.
There it is.
that's a good pose.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's over. Your phone went away.
It'll do that.
That was a pretty good one, though.
But then, you know, you start getting back to the horse deal, and then at some point you have to decide what it is you want to do and how you're going to attack it. So I want to start cow horsing. So you got to figure out, 1, how do I get the horses, and 2, how do you start building that business and that career. And you know, I already had done somewhat good with just showing when I was back kind of doing everything.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you had to start fresh, but you had to figure out how to get that customer base. And that comes back to giving those lessons. Because
So did you probably more turned people into cow horse
Yes.
customers versus going and getting
Yes.
customers that were already cow horse?
exactly, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like, you know, if you envision it, it can happen. So,
Mhm.
you know, like those people would show up and whatever it was, I'd give them the lesson. And I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but pretty soon they want to be part, because they want to be part of that, what you're doing too.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And if you just keep moving, they just join along and go with you.
I found also that the cow horse is probably the easiest thing to sell.
Well, by
To
far.
people.
I mean, now it's getting so big. Like, you're getting all the reiners and a lot of the cutters. They're all wanting to come do this just because they like the culture and the atmosphere that we've created. And I think it's just a remarkable thing. And it goes back to, like, when we were talking about being good winners and losers. I think that's the secret, right? Because here, nobody can dominate because there's too many variables. I mean, there's guys that win a lot, but you always have a chance to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Where in those other events, that's not necessarily true. Like, you know, you're going in there for 5th place, but we have that ability to sell it as a lottery. Like, you know what? You got a chance because that cow's the great
The
equalizer.
cow can take you out.
Yeah.
And they get 2 shots at you.
Yeah, and now, I mean, we don't really tell you that you got to be able to work that cow when it shows up, but you know, you're selling them that dream.
Yeah.
And I think they get hooked into it, and then they like that it's not the same thing every time, right? Like, it changes. Even in that boxing, like, you know, like, those people get hooked in that boxing because it's not the same thing over and over and over. Where all those other events, that's pretty much what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's where the ranch riding's even excelled because they have so many dadgum patterns. It's a different deal every
Well,
time.
and it's so when it first started, it grew so big because nobody knew what you really wanted.
Right.
So now
It was.
everybody had a chance to win,
Yeah.
and that's what flocked everybody to it. And then they started specializing it now, and they're cranking it down to getting it where it's pretty much glorified Western pleasure. But everybody wants. All they want's a chance, right? Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to take advantage of it, but you want that opportunity. And I think that's what they feel like they're missing in a lot of the other stuff.
I do think that, to your point of people not being able to do so many things, longer ago, the events were not so far apart. Like you're saying, that people are getting more and more specialized, and the events are getting more and more specialized. So walking those horses, taking the same horse to 2, 3, 4 events is not as possible now as it was.
Well,
10, 15 years ago, maybe 20.
Like, I know Chris, like, who grew up breed showing, like, and when you go to a quarter horse show or Appy's, like, it starts off in the morning with the halter, and then you do the showmanship. Actually, where we're at, up in Montana, it started with the trail, and then you do the halter showmanship, and then it was the English, and then they had lunch break. You'd come back and you would do all the Western, like the
You
pleasure.
had to have lunch break so you go change saddles.
Yeah, you had to go change your get up. and you did that, and then it was the Western riding, and then you would do the reining. And like, so as a kid, I did it all, and I'd even go do the reining on my pleasure mare.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what helped me a lot, because I figured out pretty quick, like, if I went through the middle and I went by my markers, I could beat a lot of reiners just by staying out of the penalty box.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to navigate a pattern. Not necessarily, I couldn't really spin or stop or any of that. Like, she could turn
Stay
around
on
a little
course.
bit, but I could stay on course. And I think that was one of the turning points as a kid. Like, I realized you don't have to be on the best horse to win if you can just figure out a way to do it cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it. I think that's missing so much right now. I told somebody the other day, like, what do they do? They were from Missouri, I think. I says, well, they want to know what they should do to get in to showing horses. I'm like, find a horse show and go to showing the rascals.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to load up and come to Snaffle Futurity. I mean, we're happy to have you, but go find some local open show and just enter. Like, and yeah, you're gonna get beat, but you keep entering, you'll figure it out, you know, and it don't matter what event it is, you know. I mean, I think them kids today, they're growing up and it's kind of spoon fed to them. And I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there, but
I think the secret is, like, you got to start off at the bottom and work your way up. Everybody wants to jump in at the top, right? Yeah. And, you know, like, I know for myself, as we'd go to all those shows around there, and we did everything, and it always came very easy to me, right? Like, anything with a horse was pretty easy. So every time I would move up, it would kind of flow along. Well, finally you get to this level, right? And everybody has that 1% talent. Okay, you're not one of the 1%ers anymore.
Right.
Everybody has that.
it's kind of like coming through
So
high school ball or whatever.
So what the biggest struggle is, because it's the first time, like, you haven't been able to float your way through it, and you get your guts kicked in. So it almost makes you want to tuck your tail in and run away, right? And you kind of may have to make that adjustment, right? Like, if I want to be 1% of the 1%, it's how much of my life am I willing to sacrifice to be that? And then you have to learn how to juggle that. And that's a tight line, and you see a lot of people struggle with it, right? Because it's not easy to float that desire versus real life stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that desire can screw up a lot of things. And so it's a hard thing to learn to curb that enough to have a happy life, but still walk the line of being successful. And I think that was the hardest part to learn. And that probably took me 10, 15 years, right? And one is first off, you had to learn to compete again, because you've never really had to compete for a long time because your talent has floated you through it. And so then you have to learn how to compete at that level, and then you have to learn how to walk that line. And, it's hats off to a lot of those guys that did it, because it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
So how old were you when y'all got married? Because y'all been together for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we got married in 2007, so I'd have been 28.
So pretty young
But
by our standards. I mean,
We started dating when we were 21.
So-
Oh, wow. You guys went a while. She wasn't sure.
Well, she
her
just
dad
waited
told her
me
not to
out.
marry a horse trainer.
Yeah, he did tell her that. I showed him. But yeah, so it's been since then, been married. And then first kid was in 2010, so. And that'll change your perspective a lot too once you have that first kid, because you kind of, I gotta get serious now.
Yeah. Kid deals.
Yeah, it's not fun and games anymore.
No. Kid deals a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was, for me, I've run amok for a long time, but I didn't even have a dog, for crying out loud. And so,
Yeah.
I wasn't, I sacrificed a lot of other people, but
Yeah, there was one less dog at the horse show crapping on the lawn.
right.
God.
Then he
Now
got
I got
married.
a dog. Now I got
you
a dog.
dog.
Poops in the yard. Got a kid. She might poop in the
Now I
yard
go
too.
run him off of the hay. Yeah, the kid and the dog.
Kid and the dog over there.
Sometimes they're together.
Sniffing butts.
I
and
remember
pooping in the yard.
I remember when I was a kid, I pooped in the yard once, and I went and knocked on the door and asked my mom to wipe my butt. And she goes, "Where'd you poop?" I go, "The yard." And she goes, "We had this a Doberman pinscher named Morgan." And she goes, "Why'd you do that?" I go, "Well, Morgan does." And she goes, "Well, if the dog catcher sees you, he's gonna haul you a wall thinking you're a dog." So in my brain, that calculated that if Morgan was caught pooping on the lawn, she was going to go to the dog pound. So that poor dog, anytime she tried to poop, I would chase her. Because I didn't want the pound to come get her.
So where'd you let her poop?
Well, she had to do it when I wasn't around. Okay.
It wasn't so much where, it was just when Shad wasn't
Yeah.
around. The bad thing, he was 17.
Love that dog. Can't let her go to the pound.
No, that was a good dog.
That's shocking. This is
I
good
know,
equipment.
that's
If that's
insane.
not messing us up.
If they can't hear it out there, there's a tractor running, and
Yeah.
I can barely hear Shad,
Yeah,
but
very loud.
our guy can hear us. Or he doesn't really care.
Or
He's like,
Raj is like,
this is never
the tractor
airing
is way
anyways."
better than y'all's content anyway, so it's fine. Raj is over there playing chess, probably. Playing chess, you watching wrestling. Yeah.
WWE. Who's going to win?
So tell us some more about Thunderstruck. Let's get back. We'll get back a little bit onto task here.
Okay. Well, I bought him here as a yearling through the sale.
Oh, shout out
Yeah.
Western Bloodstock.
Yeah, and so it's kind of a funny story. I go look at him back there in the stall, and he's got kind of a funny haircut. Like they chopped his forelock off and about a quarter of his mane, right?
Yeah, pumpkin
And
pie haircut at Trick.
And I'm asking him, I'm like, why is his haircut like that? And these girls are being a little dodgy, okay? So I reach
Being
up.
what?
I reach up and touch him on the pole, and like he freaks out, like he doesn't want it. I'm like, well, he must have pulled back or something. But anyway, I go look at other colts, and Sale comes up. He walks up there, he holds his head kind of funny, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. But he ends up coming through, and he's not going for a whole lot. And I'm sitting with Frank Merrill, and I go,
Yeah, it's the haircut and
I go, what about
crooked
this
neck.
one? And he goes, he's looking at his book. He doesn't even look at him. He goes, yes. So I buy him. So I call our buddy Cooksey, who's the horse chiropractor, and I go, hey,
I just
Can you-
bought a crooked necked horse.
can you do me a favor and come adjust this horse's neck before this 24-hour insurance is up in case like his neck's broken, he just drops dead. So he comes over, cracks him, the horse licks his lips. The start was pretty fine after that. But you can tell we had a bunch of muscle damage up there on each side. So we take him home and get him started, and he was starting to like be a pretty good horse, okay? And when I brought him home, that haircut was straight across, so I named him Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber because old Lloyd Christmas had that haircut,
pumpkin
right?
pie haircut and freak.
Yeah.
Yep.
So his name's Lloyd. So as he's coming along, Corey sees him, and we're talking about him, and he goes, where did he come from? And I tell him the story. He goes, I remember that horse. He goes, they brought him up for the sale, and something spooked him, and he took off running, and that girl was holding on to him, so his head was bent around. He ran through a fence, and he goes, because I loaded him up, took him to the vets. He goes, I never saw him again. I thought they put him down.
Nope, he's at my house.
Nope, I got him.
So
Winner.
that's kind of the story of Lloyd.
And so, what about Hans? How'd Hans get in the picture? Because
Well-
you rode a lot of horses for Hans.
Yeah, like, so Hannes is from Austria.
Hannes.
He's a real good customer of mine, and it's always been his dream to, he likes this Futurity. He wants one in the finals. And I mean, we've tried a lot of horses. And like, we had one that was pretty good, below the tendon, and just not much luck. So I bought this horse for Hannes, and it's just kind of one of those awesome things that all finally come together
Right.
and work. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy than Paul
Yeah,
Hannes.
I always think he's Henry Winkler's brother or something.
Yeah. Well, this goes back to that when my wife made me say yes to everything. I had this couple call me, and they were on their honeymoon from Austria, and they wanted to come ride horses for a week. And this is like the first thing, and I'm reading this email, and I want to say no, but I'm like, she said I had to say yes to everything. I go, okay, here's one we're gonna have to
Did
say.
you tell her that she had to say yes to everything as well?
Yeah, right.
No,
No.
it's not a two-way
Didn't Jim
street.
Carrey make a movie
Yes,
like
and
this?
so yeah, it's called the Yes Man.
Yeah.
So I'd line up these horses, and they come and ride, and they were lovely people, but like I was running out of stuff to do with them. And, like I got to the point I'd go out and rope a cow and let him go wrestle it down, and do everything. But they stay the week, have a good time, they go home. So flash forward a couple years, Al would do these master clinics at his house, and I'd go kind of help him with some of the stuff. And so I'm out there one day, and this guy rides up, and he goes, Shad, I am Hannes, friends of Christian. He goes, I will be taking lessons from you in the afternoon. I go, okay. So after the clinic would get done, he would come over and ride around. And he's turned into like one of the best customers ever. And it all comes saying yes to some random email about some crazy
That's
honeymoon
awesome.
dream,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Which sounds like a terrible idea.
yeah. And it's one thing you would say no to 99 times out of 100. But you just never know,
It
I
wasn't
guess.
for your wife.
Yeah,
Just think how much better her life would be if she said yes more.
exactly.
I'll point it out to her.
Or no once.
Oh, yeah, she missed that one time to
Yeah.
say no. 7 years she held out.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, so we have Grace and Hadley.
Yep.
Yeah. How old they're?
15 and 10.
Jeez Louise, you
It's
are
like
old.
grown.
Yeah.
She should be dating.
Yeah, it's right there. Sophomore in high school. She claims she's not, but I don't believe her.
Not
Well,
looking
you
forward to
shouldn't
that.
trust her.
No.
Because there's some terrible kid out there just like you.
I know.
Or him. Or him.
It's even worse.
Or me. I told
But-
Philip Rawls that one time. I told him, I says, you can do the best thing. You can be the best dad. Raise your kids the best way. I mean, take them to church, show them the Lord, keep them sheltered, do all the things. And then they show up with somebody like me.
Imagine
I
Richard's
says,
disappointment.
you are no Richard Winters, my friend.
You're not gonna be so lucky.
No.
Yeah, like, I mean, those kids are something else. Like, it's funny, the stuff they come up with, and it just changes your day, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good time. You're gonna have that same problem with yours too.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Rough.
she's bred even worse.
way worse.
You heard the grandmother earlier. It's generational.
Yeah.
Or shows up with the Cinchon Banuelos.
Could do that too.
Having kids in Mexico.
Having kids everywhere.
It's repopulating the world. Him and Justin Wright. He's got a baseball team.
Yeah, Cinchon just had the little girl. I maybe met her one time. Just had a brand new one. It's fantastic.
I love
Fan-
that guy.
I'm telling you. He took me over to, he's got a party house that they're going to start renting out. It's right around the corner from Adon's. It's fantastic. It has like this most epic swimming pool outside. Outdoor kitchen thing, and I mean, yeah, in true Ascension style. I can't wait for him to get it finished so we can go check it out.
He's splendid. I happen to be staying in a motel downtown here, and I go to the bar for a drink. I think I'm judging or something. Someone's there, or Cinchon's there. He says, "Hey, come with me." So we go into this ballroom of, I think there's a 300-piece band. And the ballroom is so big, and there's one other white guy in there. And Ascension, it's for a president, from one of the presidents from Mexico. He knows him. He's dancing with the wife, and come on, and I dance with Ascension's wife, and it goes till morning.
Wow.
When we are headed back, the president and his wife are headed to the limo to go home. That's just what it's like, just running into him randomly somewhere.
You'll have that on those bigger
You'll
jobs.
have that. Whether it's Cinchon Banuelos or any of them.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, this would not be a Cowhorse full contact if we did not have some random just noise in the background.
Yeah.
Right? So fitting.
I don't
they're
remember all that
setting it
white
up for
dirt.
the finals at Shad's. There's Shad's Sand right down there.
That's it. I see you drew up good too.
What'd you draw?
Got down
Shad?
there in that money hole.
I don't know.
Me and you got the same spot in different herds.
Last?
Second to last, baby. Second
Yeah.
to last.
I thought you guys were drawing tonight.
Yeah.
Well, you have to take that up with NRCHA and their draw party. That's why I said we
Why
maybe
do
don't
you-
need to go.
Sounds like a pre-draw.
Are you just drawing the fence tonight?
I don't have any idea. It's been a minute since I've drawn.
I
a
would
horse,
ask
so.
him, but he's never
I
been
never
to the
done it.
finals
I have no
before.
idea what happened.
You're the only one we have to lean on, and you're of no use whatsoever.
Well, the last few years we've not drawn anything. We just go up there and they say, "Hey, this is when you go."
Oh,
I'm like, oh, fantastic.
it's more of a party.
Yeah.
Just a party.
Formality.
Yeah,
More of a formality,
I
really.
see. Well, all the draws in the finals are good.
They
Yeah.
are.
You know, it seems like a lot of times you do better with a late draw than an early draw anyways.
I do, personally. I mean, I may not this week, but I don't know.
Well, you know which one's not to work.
Right?
Hopefully.
Well, that's it.
So you got half the battle down.
Hopefully.
You know more about them.
And then you got a lot of people that cut the ones you thought you wanted.
Yeah, and then you're like,
It's like that
Sucker.
Burke song, "Thank God for Unanswered Prayers."
Amen to that.
Meet that old high school girlfriend and think, "Thank God."
Hey, that was really good. I'm telling you, he's doing work down there. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. I think I can see his hair growing from here.
Did you? Good Lord, he's putting the pedal in it.
You'd think they'd have a 4-wheel drive tractor for that job.
They do not, but he's using all of the back tires.
Pretty good. Well,
So did you buy a place? Or you still rent stalls?
No, it's still just rent stalls.
Do you have a house?
Yeah,
Did you buy it?
yeah. I built it out of one piece of wood.
You always have to go too far.
guys, you know what we should do? We should take a break for just a minute. Maybe let this guy
Finish?
finish a little bit, and then we'll
And
jump
you can go
right
to
back
And you
in.
can go to the restroom.
And I need to go to the restroom. You're darn right.
I can see it filling up.